have you seen any Cobra Kai?
I did not watch it. I'm sorry. Okay,
I swear to God. So look, Cobra Kai, I think it's a similar thing, but well, not quite as similar, because it wasn't like it wasn't like a deep investment. Like you saying bronies, I knew what that was because that was like a thing. Like it's I mean, still a thing probably.
It is.
But there was like it was a massive, big old thing, like in the zeitgeist at the time. I don't know.
Well, I mean, stay-at-home dads, they were in it.
Yeah, yeah.
They were in it.
But Cobra Kai literally got me through the pandemic. Like it was like it's now it's basically just Power Rangers, but a little bit better.
Okay.
But the juggling, the character juggling they do is it's literally masterful. It's like I call it the Breaking Bad of like 80s nostalgia or something.
That would be the one?
Yes, I'm serious.
Okay, if you would have told me, because like that came out during like my like childhood part. So if you would have told me that the Karate Kid movies would have lasting effect that would get you into the 2000s and stuff like that, I'd have been like BS. Because no offense, they were something to watch, but they were not good movies.
I watched.
They were not.
Well, to be fair, I was a person that watched. I knew the first. I watched all the first three. I didn't watch or whatever. Hilary Swank
we get
one.
It. You can count to 3.
Yeah, you're good.
But also, by the way, the Hilary Swank one was bad. All right.
Yeah, that's what everybody says. Bad. But they might get. But the way it's because for people who haven't even seen any of those movies, you don't even have to watch any of them.
They don't reference them at all?
No, they do.
Oh.
But that's what I'm saying. You don't have to watch the first three because they put in the flashback.
Use movie flashback?
Yes.
The bad graininess of it all, they use them?
Yeah. But no, it's not bad. It's not bad.
Who's this dead Asian man? Like, that's what
okay, but that's what's interesting. It's like, it's so good. The spirit of Miyagi is still there. Oh my god! The show starts out with Johnny of the Cobra Kai's, and he's just a drunk middle-aged guy with no purpose.
Does he still have all of his hair?
Yeah, he has hair.
Is it his real hair or is it like a piece?
No, he's real. He's got real hair. Okay. He was younger than Machio back in the day.
No, Machio is like a vampire. How come he does not age? Have you noticed that? Like, he does not age.
I think he's Greekish.
But I want to know what moisturizer is he using?
But Machio. They cut around his fight scenes the most
because he can't.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because he.
But what I love about the show most about it is how it juggles all the characters, because Machio's in it too.
Yeah.
And at first, he's the villain.
What?
Yes.
Daniel-san is the villain?
Yes. And what is so cool is, so you get to see Johnny.
Wait a minute. He's the villain, but where's the real villain? Where's the old Cobra Kai dude?
Yeah, John Kreese. Yeah.
Please don't tell me he's the good guy now.
No, he comes in. I'm not gonna.
Yeah, go ahead.
I'm not gonna say anything about Kreese. I'm trying to keep no spoilers in case you're interested. But
I mean,
you don't have to watch it at all.
Yeah.
But whatever, it doesn't matter. All right, whatever. Yes, John Kreese is in it, and he jumps around between being the big bad and the mid bad. Like right now in the final season,
he still stays in his lane. That's what we're trying to say.
Like what? Like
he just said big bad and mid bad. That's all bad to me. So
yes, he's still bad.
Okay.
Yes, he's still bad. But he does show a hair of heart. He's like Darth Vader. It's like, oh, he's evil and Nazi, but also he loves one.
Oh, is he Daniel's dad?
No. Okay. But anyway, the point is, Johnny and Daniel, they're always butting heads, but Daniel is a rich car salesman now in this show when it first starts out.
He's a car salesman.
Yeah, but he's always like, I'm kicking the prices in half.
No, he has a martial art theme to his dealership.
Okay. Yeah. So then Johnny starts his own thing.
Is it a dealership or a dojo?
It's a dojo.
Okay.
No, he starts a karate dojo. He brings back Cobra Kai. It gives Johnny a little bit of purpose. He only has one student at first. And
is this kid being massively bullied at his school?
What?
Is this student being massively... Oh, look how the tables have turned.
Exactly. Okay. So Johnny is trying
to... The bully becomes the teacher?
Yeah.
Yo.
And...
Does he teach them to bully?
No. That's the coolest part. That's the coolest part. Okay? So, I'll spoil it. I'll spoil it a little bit. The first season, Johnny keeps trying to teach his kids the right way. Like, he's
doing the opposite of his education, which is the wrong way. Okay.
But because Daniel has such a grudge against Johnny, he keeps going after him. And Johnny he's poor. He needs students to make money to keep the dojo up. But Daniel, he's rich because he has a dealership and everything. And he's using his resources to bring Johnny down every step of the way.
Yeah.
And what's cool is, so eventually Daniel starts his own mini sort of dojo, just with his daughter. Like, it's very small, just so she can compete, and she already knows karate because he's been karate fighting her forever.
Yes, and
she knows the way of Miyagi and everything.
Oh, so he started a dojo just so he could have a dojo, so he can be on the paperwork that.
Yeah, and so he could go against Johnny.
Wow.
And at the end of the first season, Johnny's kid goes against Daniel's kid, which isn't his daughter; it's a different kid. But I'm not getting into all that.
Oh, he has more than one student. Daniel has more than one student?
At a certain point, yeah. But it starts out...
Does Johnny ever get more than one student?
Yes, he gets many.
Oh.
Look, everything grows.
I have a lot of questions.
It's well, I say it's Breaking Bad, it kind of is, because it's like there's exponential...
Breaking Bad, by the way, just want to let you know that.
You haven't seen Breaking Bad?
Look, man.
Okay, whatever. Okay. So Johnny tries to teach his kids the right way and all this stuff, all this jazz, whatever.
Got it.
In the final fight, his team wins, but he notices his kid cheated to win.
Johnny's kid cheated?
Yes.
Oh, no.
And so the second season is about the aftermath of that, and Johnny trying to be like, I mean, I don't like how he won, and that's not good.
Give back the trophy.
Well, he couldn't do that.
Did they even get a trophy?
Yeah, they got a trophy.
Give it back. That's all
he kept it. He kept the trophy. But
so I'm gonna be good up to a certain point.
Well,
if I'm winning over Daniel, I'm not gonna be good.
I don't think they could have just gave it back.
Doesn't it sound like it? You can always give it back. What you mean?
I mean, he won legally, like by rules, I guess. Technically, I don't know.
Did the referee or whoever?
No, they didn't. They didn't notice.
But Johnny realized that kid legit cheated. He legit cheated. He knows it's not fair, and he's still okay.
Okay.
Did Daniel notice too?
So, this is gonna sound convoluted. Daniel's kid, I kind of mixed up. It wasn't his daughter. His daughter does come into his dojo.
Right on.
But Daniel's fighter is Johnny's illegitimate son.
Does Johnny know that's his kid?
He knows it's his kid. That's the second thing. So his kid...
illegitimate because he never
he was deadbeat. He just didn't participate. He just left.
Wow.
Basically. And...
Wait, so his kid is part of Daniel's dojo?
Yes.
Wow.
And so yeah, it layers on...
Oh, wait, so then that means... Oh wait, are you trying to tell me that his student cheated against his illegitimate child, and then his kid basically cheated against his kid, and he had no feelings about it? Or he did have feelings about it?
He had
But did he have feelings about the cheating part, or because it was his kid?
Both. Because he didn't like how he won, but it hurt double because it was his kid, and his kid obviously felt a certain way about it. He's like, "Oh, F you won dirty," and it's. Cobra Kai stacks the relationship levels on like layers and layers and layers, and they juggle, and heroes become villains, villains become heroes, all amongst the kids. Kreese and in the third Karate Kid there is a silver guy, that's Terry Silver in the third one. He's a tall, skinny guy. He comes back and he becomes a big bat for a hot minute, and then it goes back to Kreese. But they juggle all the character dynamics so well, and without fail, it's a lot and it's convoluted, and you would think this should be a mess, but it's not.
Someone's holding on to the strings.
Yeah,
okay.
But also though, it does get at first it starts out realistic, oh yeah, these kids could do this, and it does get to like I say, Power Rangers. They
found some type of magical orb or stone, and some entity came out of it.
No, but they just fight crazy good.
Do they wear costumes while they're doing so?
No, they don't. But technically,
do they have Megazords?
All the Cobra Kai wear red, and all the Miyagis wear blue. So what team the kids are on.
Oh wait, and their casual clothing,
Yes.
Power Rangers.
Exactly.
So the yellow is wearing some yellow plaid.
Yeah.
So oh my gosh, I know it's Bloods and Crips.
Yeah, it is. It is. Yeah, it is. It is. But they play with the shades. It's not just straight red. It'll be
burgundy.
Yeah. Pretty much, yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay. But no, now they're having unsanctioned fights now outside of
all right. I'm gonna spoil it. Season 2 ends in a school-wide brawl.
Bro, this is the Bloods and Crips. They have two different martial arts gangs going at it.
Yes!
This is what this is.
Yes! And it gets bad. So Johnny's kid... Oh my god. All right. Yeah, exactly.
Okay,
that's why...
Can we do this? If it's a student, can you say a student?
All right, Johnny's student...
All right, got it.
Johnny's student and... Johnny's student and his kid.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
They both dated Daniel's girl. Well, she more dated them. She chose between them. It's a whole thing.
Daniel's daughter.
Yeah,
right?
Daniel's daughter. That's whole complicated. But anyway, so school-wide brawl. They go up to the second floor of the school.
Oh, that could have been a Romeo and Juliet moment.
It kind of was.
All right.
Did
nobody die?
No. So at the finale of season 2 ends, they're fighting, and it gets to a point where Johnny's student, all right, so in the first fight, he hurt Johnny's son's shoulder, and he won by, picking at that weakness.
Yeah.
So in this, Johnny's student has him, and he has his arm he's going to break his arm.
Oh, yo.
But he has a flashback of Johnny being like, you got to win the right way. And so he puts it but then his son gets up, kicks him off the balcony, and and the student falls, hits his back on the railing, and then hits the ground. And
how high up were they?
2 floors.
Oh, dang.
Yeah. And I that was probably the biggest gasp and tears in my eyes gasp I probably ever had, except for somebody literally gang shot in the face in a show or something.
Right on.
I was like, and in the 3rd season, he's wheelchaired up.
Oh no, they did a Degrassi. Okay. Oh no, he's gonna turn to a rapper. Okay. All right.
I'll spoil it. Oh boy, he eventually gets to walk again, but it's slow though. Okay, it's very slow, and
I'm sure,
and also reasonable because after that, karate gets outlawed. It's so
footloose and dancing.
Kinda, yeah. Literally. You cannot do karate anywhere. If it's done in a public place, we will be we're sending you to jail.
Wow.
It gets nuts. And so why I'm hyped about this final season, I'm sorry to make this all about Cobra Kai, but the final season, they're going to an international tournament. Now, so
technically it's not in city limits, so...
Oh, yeah, sure. Well, so after season 3... That's when it starts to become a little it's already gotten bonkers. It's done a school-wide brawl. But after season 3, so they bring back the old guys. So Chosen from Karate Kid 2, Chosen.
The guy the fish market guy.
Yeah,
he was like
with the ice and all. They did all this jazz. Chosen comes back and Chosen teaches.
How does he look? Did he age well?
Yeah, they all age great. The worst one is Daniel. He still ages pretty good.
Dude, when I saw him on How I Met Your Mother, I was just like, "Good for you, man!"
He definitely looks older in Cobra Kai.
Okay.
He's very thin.
He's always been thin, though.
Yeah, but it
does him no favors.
Yeah, okay. You're sort of is he gonna? But the fact that he is a defensive, Miyagi is very a defensive way, so it sort of works for him. But so there's a certain point where Daniel has to go to Japan for something, and he learns a new move, a secret offensive Miyagi move, because he didn't know Miyagi had any offensive moves.
Right.
And he learns it from Chosen.
Right on.
And it's so cool. He basically learns how to paralyze your arms and legs with pressure points or whatever.
So now we're getting into Kung Fu.
Kinda. I mean, it gets nuts. The fight scenes are crazy.
Okay, cool.
Yes,
okay.
It's I know the show
Kung Fu Panda. No. Okay, all right.
But if you see still frames of the show, it looks kind of almost a little cheap, kind of poppy, kind of it looks more like a Nickelodeon show than
Vampire Diaries.
No, it looks
Riverdale.
No. I'm saying it looks like a Nickelodeon Nickelodeon or Disney Channel sitcom.
You can tell the set. They don't even try to make it blend in
no.
It looks like Clarissa explained it all.
It's not like that.
It looks like Wizards of Waverly Place.
Have you seen My Life with Derek?
Nah.
Yeah, I don't. It's a single it's not on a set like that, but it is. It's more like Wizard of Waverly Place movie.
Oh, or like iCarly, like you see the whole pan of the thing, you see the whole thing like that.
Or it's better than that.
Oh,
it's no, like the fight scenes are legit. Like there are like there's oneers, like or like one shot long one take shots of like crazy choreography.
Are there any hallway fights?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay then.
Yeah. So like the whole school brawl. That's all hallways.
Well, yeah, because I mean that's what hallways are.
Yeah.
High school anyway. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Right.
It's insane. It's insane. Oh my goodness. But
Though.
Anyway, point is, at a certain point, Terry Silver I was talking about takes over for the. It's complicated. Johnny loses Cobra Kai because Kreese comes back.
But he had the name. He didn't. Didn't. Oh no.
Yeah.
So because it's Cobra Kai, he automatically gets it because like what he trademarked it, he patented what?
Kind of.
Dang,
for the sake of
where'd he get the startup money if he was a deadbeat this whole time?
Startup money. He had to borrow it from his rich stepfather that he hates. Well, he stole something from him to get some startup money.
Okay.
There's a whole thing. But yeah, basically they take back the Cobra Kai name. They take his dojo, and then Johnny is a free agent. He starts a new dojo called Eagle Fang, because he's
Eagle Fang.
Yeah, because that's just how Johnny rolls. But then Eagle Fang teams up with Miyagi-Do to go up against Cobra Kai, because now Cobra Kai is a villain again. Yes, and at that point, that's I think that's the end of season 3-ish is when they you get to see Johnny walk up and Daniel walk up and they're standing side by side, and they're like,
enemy of my enemy is my enemy.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh my
God. So things happen, etc., etc. They had another local tournament. Like in the show, there's so far only been 2 tournaments. The one in the first season and one in the 4th or 5th season. I can't remember which. Yeah. Okay. Oh well, no. Those are both just local. The third one, which is going to be in this final season, is the international tournament because they.
But when did they outlaw the stuff then?
That was after season 2, and all through.
They still haven't turned. What?
The kids literally went to the I don't know, mayor, the city council.
Like the city council, okay.
Yeah, and they basically convinced them to let karate be.
We promise we'll be good and we'll be paralyzed and nobody anymore.
Yeah, literally. They put extra strict rules. They put more emphasis on skills with weapons, but by yourself. Like you can't, so you couldn't fight.
No weapon sparring.
Yeah,
okay.
And then they're supposed to be extra strict with the actual fighting. Still, but. At the end of that second tournament, Terry Silver basically... Okay, I'm getting into it. So, Johnny and Daniel, they're teamed up. And Terry Silver and Kreese are technically together. I'm not getting into that. And then... So, they basically are like, whoever wins this tournament has to quit their... end your dojo. Johnny and Daniel... It ends in a tie. Basically, it all ends in a tie. So nobody can. Yeah. So nobody can lose. And
how it ended in a tie was like two slow motion fists hitting the fists.
Okay.
Like a dramatic fist bump and then a lightning.
They had a boys tournament and a girls tournament.
All right.
Which they didn't have that before. Before they just let the boys and the girls fight each other.
Right.
But
no, they don't do that anymore.
Yeah. This time they split it up. And so I think Daniel had the girl winner, one of them had a boy, one of them had a girl win, and so basically,
so neither one of them won both categories or whatever. Okay,
but Terry Silver is a millionaire or gazillionaire, so he's making Cobra Kai now. He's making Cobra Kai international.
He's putting the money in.
Yeah, so he's trying to take the Cobra Kai kids over to Japan, so then they can start dojos there, and then slowly grow. So. These kids now got to train up, go to Japan, and beat them, and win back Cobra Kai for Johnny probably, or just end it all. Just be like, no more Cobra Kai. Yeah, it's hype. It gets hype. It gets so hype. Also,
so they made a cult.
Kinda, yeah, literally yes.
Yeah, they made a cult. Okay.
Yeah, because all these kids, karate becomes their lives.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So then, all right.
Yeah.
That was a lot of Kool-Aid.
Yeah.
Ooh.
But it's good. It's
And how many seasons is this?
This is the 6th and final season.
6 seasons.
And they're quick. They're only 30-minute episodes for the most part, unless it's like a big episode.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's good.
That's
it's
wild.
good.
Okay, that's wild.
And it goes way crazier than. And what I like about it is, like, yeah, the older. What's cool is the kids, since they're young, they're spry. Their fights are epic. The older ones, they got play around a little bit more. But the guy who plays Johnny, he actually knows how to fight, so he does a lot of his own stunts because they're not that crazy.
Okay.
Chosen can move pretty good. Daniel moves the worst, but again, he's just
he was
defensive.
real clunky in the movies though too.
Yeah,
he was like not he was not aware of his body, like to do stuff. Like,
yeah,
no.
and to be fair, he was out of practice. He was just doing car stuff for a long time.
Yeah.
But yeah.
That's a believable background. So like, all right.
But I like that they give the old people time to shine too, and they make it a big deal. Like, look at these old people.
You wouldn't be in this series without them. Yeah.
Yeah,
okay,
exactly. But they also, they mix it in with the young kids too. Like, there's a running gag that Johnny literally doesn't know how to use any bit of technology.
Wait, when Johnny went back to Japan, did he see his old lady, like the old Japanese
girlfriend?
Oh, yes.
And
was there another tea ceremony?
Well, so here's the thing. Daniel's married and has a kid.
Okay.
But they did have a moment, but they were like, I mean, they obviously weren't acting on it, but they had a moment.
Remember back when?
Elizabeth Shue comes back too.
Hey!
And so, in the first 3 seasons, there's a whole.
What happened with her? Did she get with any of them? Okay, fine. Just don't have to answer that.
Do you want me to tell you?
I mean, I kind of want to know if she got
Okay. So throughout the whole show, they kept
because they were dating pretty exclusively.
Yeah.
And when he went to Japan, I was like, "Where's Allie? Why
exactly.
are you kissing this girl?"
And this is what's so cool about, and it goes into the themes of the show. So Johnny. So there's that whole thing about looking at Cobra Kai or Karate Kid, the first movie. Like, what if Daniel's the villain of that movie? That was like an internet thing, or whatever. Okay. Like, just people were thinking. Johnny was just hanging out on the beach, and then Daniel started talking to his girl, and then.
But wait, was she with him? Was she with Johnny though?
Yeah.
Were they really official? Was that
they were. Did
they define the relationship? Had they?
Well, so that's what's interesting about the show. So
I thought she wasn't like that. Like, I thought their families knew each other, so that's why they were always trying to be around each other because they grew up together. They were in that circle. Remember the country club scene and all that stuff?
But all right. That's the thing. So the whole crux of the show at first was like, what if Johnny was a protagonist because in his life Daniel is the villain? Then
I know. I remember this thought. I remember people talking about this. Yes. Okay. And I can see it from that aspect. Yes.
Yeah. And then obviously to Daniel, Johnny's the villain.
Right.
And when they both are, Johnny goes on. Johnny at first goes on the date with Elizabeth Shue, and then they bump into Daniel at that same party that they end up going to.
Was that a date? Were you talking about the country club thing?
No. This is in the present in Cobra Kai now.
No.
Yes, they get a new date.
Okay.
Johnny and Elizabeth Shue go on a date. They're reminiscing, and then Daniel shows up, and it's all 3 of them talking, and they all sort of right there hash out everything, like how exclusive were Allie and Johnny, and you find out what happened with Daniel and Allie, like why did they break up, and it was like the whole thing of like.
Did you put your tongue in some Japanese chick's mouth? No.
No, it actually happened before. He hints in the show that Daniel especially went on the Japanese trip in the second one because he was still getting over the whole how he fell out with her. Actually, okay, I'm sorry. But I think they briefly sort of hint at it in the second movie. Like, something happened with Allie in a car or something. I don't remember.
Wait, maybe, okay, it's been a long time. I'm talking about decades.
Yeah. But they hash it out, and Allie was like, well, actually, you did this, and blah, 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 and basically implying Daniel more or less broke up with her than she breaking up with him or something like that. And it was basically like, there's your story, there's his story, and then there's the truth. And that's a big old theme in that first bit. Is just like, look at every side of the story and all that jazz.
Wow.
And they really pay it off.
Okay.
Yeah. It's good. It's deep.
For the tea, I would watch it just for that tea, just to be like, let me have that.
It's
because the 80s
so
didn't
fun.
give you that.
It's so fun. It's so fun.
Okay then.
And because everybody cares so much, like it's all heightened. Everybody cares so much about everything. It's a grand time. And when clashes happen, you're like, what's gonna happen?
Okay.
Yeah. I remember when I was watching the first season, I was like, what is this dumb show? And then the first fight scene happens, like with a kid, like,
and it was tastefully done, so you were like, oh.
I was like, it wasn't just tastefully done. I cheered.
Oh, okay.
I was like, what just happened? And I was like, okay.
So
and,
pleasantly surprised and sold. Okay.
Yeah. I wasn't like, oh, I love
Wait,
Karate
and this
Kid
was
so
the first
much.
episode that you saw, the very first
It was
one?
not from the first
How
episode.
many did it take you?
It was within the first season.
First
Each
season.
season's like 10 episodes, 30-minute episodes. I'd probably like say maybe 4 or 5-ish, I'm thinking. Because basically, the moment was, you know, because Johnny teaches his student, and it's just a random, like, it's his neighbor kid, basically. And they just sort of...
Oh, this is basically Daniel's story, then.
Yeah,
That's what it was.
Oh, yeah, that's basically...
It's Daniel's story, but with Johnny.
Exactly, pretty much, yeah.
Redemption.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.